everyone. I'm Sandy Runkle, the Director of Programs at Prevent Child Abuse Indiana, a division of the Villages. We are trying to reach out to offer any guidance or resources in supporting Indiana's families during this very difficult time. Everyone is having to make extraordinary sacrifices right now, but one group that we cannot afford to sacrifice is our children. We need to still come together as a community, even if it's a virtual community, to ensure our children are doing okay. There are still many ways in which we can maintain connections and remain vigilant. Family and friends can still connect via social media or online, or by phone. I know of some entities who are really going old school and actually writing children letters, asking how they're doing and letting them know that they're being thought of. Some are including self-addressed stamped envelopes in case the children are able to or wanting to respond. Many schools are still maintaining food services. Please call Indiana 211 for more information on other resources that may be helpful. We would like to offer some helpful reminders too, as everyone is trying to navigate through this time. We know that many of you are still having to work long hours and therefore having to find safe and affordable childcare. When you are looking for people to watch your children, please be aware. Never leave your child with anyone that has ever displayed violent tendencies or has appeared overly frustrated with your child or with someone your child appears to be afraid of. Ask friends, ask family for recommendations. Because so many people are home right now, if you are having to leave your children with anyone, have family and friends check in on them via phone or social media, FaceTime. It's a good way to, stay connected anyway. I know some friends and coworkers are actually splitting time watching each other's children, so that may be an avenue as long as you know and trust this individual. Another area we would like to address is online video gaming. I imagine that children are spending a great deal of time on devices right now. This isn't something that we really like to think about, but please be aware that many children are approached by predators during this activity. Unfortunately, individuals who wish to harm children are spending time at home right now too. So we are asking parents and caregivers to pay extra attention to whom your child is playing games with online and really try to limit that time. Talk with your children about whom they are allowed to connect with online and about what to do if someone they don't know virtually approaches them. Even though many things are virtual right now, it doesn't mean that we should not be supervising closely. This may include tutors or others that we may have hired to assist our children with their studies while they're out of school. All of our leaders are asking people to come together so that we can get through this crisis, and we're asking that of you too. We're asking that children and families be in the front of everyone's mind right now. There are so many brave people who are still having to work out in the community. People like store clerks, pharmacy employees, mail carriers, gas station attendants, physicians, food pickup and delivery, utility employees, sanitation workers, and I'm sorry if I'm leaving anyone out. We are asking all of you to be particularly vigilant right now as you have contact with families and children that others may not. Everyone over the age of 18 is a mandated reporter in Indiana. If you have any reason to believe that a child is a victim of child abuse or neglect, please make a report to the Indiana Department of Child Services at 1-800-800-5556. Leaders keep using the term essential or non-essential workers, and I understand their context, but we are all essential right now in the lives of children. Many people are taking walks in their neighborhoods. Please, if you notice anything or hear anything of concern, alert authorities. Another connection that we are aware of is the connection between animal abuse and violence against children and other adults in the home. If you should notice an animal being maltreated, please report that to animal control or law enforcement. But if you're aware that there are children in that home, please make someone aware of that as well. Again, we need to all come together to ensure that children and families are safe. Of course, we're Prevent Child Abuse Indiana, so we are all about prevention. So let's not wait until we actually have reason to believe that something is occurring before we act. What can we do to help families right now? Again, in some ways, we may even be more connected, although it's virtual. Please reach out often to family and friends. The faith community, please check in during the week to families. Since many people are at home right now anyway, call upon individuals in your congregation to maybe volunteer to make phone calls or FaceTime with parents and caregivers. Those of you who are still out in the public, the store employees, fuel station employees, if you notice a parent beginning to lose patience with a child, try to ease the situation. You know, sometimes just smiling or saying an encouraging word to the parent or to the child can go a long ways in diffusing. Even saying something like, you know, I've been there with my own children, or it's really hard right now, I know, can validate and normalize. Since people are still having to go grocery shopping or to the doctor's office or fill up their cars with gasoline, please consider having phone numbers handy that provide resources for parents and caregivers. Maybe find resources online that you can print out for families to have at the checkout counter or in waiting rooms. There are so many things that we can still do to help support families. We are going to see our way out of this crisis. We always do. But as we're going through it, we still want to think about the future. And the only future we have has to involve our children. So again, let's not sacrifice them. Thank you so much for listening and sharing your own healthy ideas and resources. We will be posting information and phone numbers online and through social media, so please keep in touch.